Hi everybody, yes it is I, Walterific, the one who was supposed to be on the internet last week but was very much absent, and boy, a lot has happened in the last 2 weeks, and that's what this video is going to be, me just recapping the past 2 weeks and my past 2 trips that apparently I have absolutely no documentation or record of. So first, I need to say this, I have a cold still, and that's the reason why I didn't have a video last week for Finally Friday, but about 2 weeks ago, Jordan and I took off on our motorcycles for the Georgia trip, which I guess I yes, I was gonna say I have no video of that, and I know why. It's because I have a cold. So we rode to Georgia. I rode on this bike, loaded it all up. He took his super adventure. We rode there. We were riding back, and I was like, okay, we're riding back. Now I'm gonna record a Finally Friday while I'm out here in the country driving along. And then I was like, my throat really hurts. I'll wait a little bit till it gets a little bit better because I don't know why it hurts, but I can't talk right now. And then instead of getting better, it got worse. So halfway back from Georgia, I was like, I couldn't talk. My throat hurt so bad. I was like, well, I guess I'll record it Finally Friday when I get home. Got home from the trip, throat was really bad. I was like, I obviously got some kind of cold or something. I got deaded. I'm not good. So I was like, well, I only have like a couple days here before I take off for my next trip. I'll see if I can get better. Didn't get better. My cold was the worst when I got home. Oh, green light. Okay. Oh, I don't know why I was, okay. I'm still sick. Gosh, this bike is so cool. Yeah, I mean, like, I was obviously over it after the Georgia trip. Like, I'm done. My butt hurts. I want to go home. I went home, had another trip. Whee! But now I'm back on the bike. It's just like, yes! Ah, I love this bike. Okay, anyway, sorry. There's a lot for me to tell you. I'm just going to try to catch up on everything. So, during that trip, something amazing happened. It's just a stupid little thing, okay? But the stupid things make me happiest. On our last stop into Georgia, when we were riding down, we took off from Quick Trip, which, by the way, was amazing to see Quick Trip again. I was so happy. Went to Quick Trip, pulled out. It was nighttime. We had one more bout to go, and we both saw in the sky directly above us, perfectly presented at nighttime like this, a shooting star. We're like, woo! I don't know. I haven't seen one in like a decade, and that felt good. And that was honestly the highlight of my trip. All right, let's do a little bit of gas. Oh, so sad. Ronan is right up here. So normally Ronan stays with Maddie's family, but they weren't able to watch him this time, so I had to pay to leave him at a pet hotel boarding place. So he gets one-on-one play and stuff, and he's taken care of and everything. And I've never done that before because I've always had somebody to watch, but this time I didn't have anybody, so someone had to watch him. And the moral of the story is he's not going to be ready to pick up until 4 o'clock today. It's not quite 4 yet. But I just happen to be going along the road where he is. He is right up here around this corner. Right in there, under that green roof. Right now, I miss him! I can't wait to see him again. It's so sad. So anyway, that Georgia trip that I've been ranting and raving about for weeks finally happened, and it was really good. Literally nothing could have been better except for me having a touring bike. That would have made it better. Oh, I forgot. I knew I'd forget something before about the trip. So that, and the fact that I had the cold and the ride back was pretty miserable. The ride down was also less than optimal because within the first hour of us taking off from Maryland, frickin' Maryland goes, hey, did you forget about our roads? And there's like this huge, stupid bump. I guess I'm going this way. There was a huge, stupid bump that we both hit, but my bike and phone couldn't take it. So we hit a bump, right? It was just, and it hurt, like I physically was like, ugh! And we're going like 80, all right, because reasons. And I was looking forward for about, in 1 second, I thought, you know, I'm surprised my phone didn't fly out. And I looked down, and as I'm thinking that, my phone is over here, dangling on the power cable. And I reach, and as I reach it, it goes, it flies away. And so we pull over on the side of the highway, and so like, this was some grass that goes down, and then that side was like a huge concrete wall. Well, I think it took us 20-30 minutes to find it because that's a long stretch over 80 miles an hour on the side of, what was it, 3 lanes deep? It wasn't terribly deep, it was kind of deep, more than 2 lanes. And Jordan spotted it way up against a concrete wall in a mangle. So we directed traffic to get lost, and we got the phone, but of course it looked not good. It looked like this. It was all crumpled up and not good. But we recovered it and it was completely destroyed. Not a big surprise. So I was like, of course, that's my luck. And if it had to be one moment to lose a phone, it had to be right when we left. And it was like, well, we have two choices. One is just go home and cry, or we're just going to make this work. And fortunately for me, Jordan has a, well, I think we have a similar attitude, which is just, well, it'll be okay. It'll work. It'll be fine. So we just took off, and I rode all the way there without any music, anything, nothing playing in my ears. And I had to follow him because I didn't have a map. So I just trailed in the back with no music for, oh my gosh, dude. I'm sorry, there's some more details to this trip I keep forgetting about. Guess how long we were out there, mother of God. So it's like 12 driving hours. We were on our bikes for 18 hours. Stupid. We were expecting 14, maybe 15, 18 hours, and a lot of it had to do with the fact that I lost my phone. That was a long day. It was good, it's just way longer than it should have been. And we stopped in Charlotte, North Carolina for me to pick up another phone, but I couldn't use it on the way there because I wasn't able to set it up. So anyway, whatever, we got to Georgia. Whew. And I think that was that was just the first half. Oh, crap. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I like revving. I like revving my car more, but this thing is louder and faster. Oh gosh. Ooh. So we got to Georgia. We spent a day there hanging out with Chase, which was really fun. Thanks to Chase for letting me stay there. And also, yes, I wanted to say this. I'm not wearing that helmet. This is my extra large Atlas that I have the Venator stuff on. I have a large Atlas like this one. And Chase, when I was down there, because that's the helmet I used when I rode down there, I used my other similar Atlas. Chase, when I was down there, JB welded the mount like this one on my other helmet for me, which was very helpful, and I wanted to thank him on camera for that because that was just super helpful. We rode back and something else happened. Right, at some point during the trip, I was complaining and whining to Jordan. I was like, yeah, because every time we stopped, we get to like a parking space and I couldn't get into neutral. Like, I can't get into neutral if we're stopped. And he goes, you know, it's probably just a clutch lever. So he reaches this little adjustment over here and flips my lever out. Hi, motorcycle cops in Paris. I haven't seen those in Kansas or in Maryland. Anyway, so he flips it out, and guess what? It works like a freaking gem. Now it works, it clutches, and it goes into neutral exactly like it's supposed to. I was like, of course, it's something simple. And what's stupid is I should have remembered that. I've had that problem before, but now it shifts and everything. I was like, it's wonderful. So, and then that ties into my story about going to the motorcycle training at that MS, of course. That course I did a while ago. If this had been fixed, click, all I had to do was that, I would have driven a lot better and looked a lot less stupid. But I'm stupid, and so I didn't think to do that. And so Jordan fixed my bike like this. Boop. All right, I'm gonna just back off that story for a bit. There's a whole other trip I gotta talk about. So I came back. I was back for 2 days, and then it was time. I got on the plane and I flew to Kansas. And then the next morning, I went to my friend's shop. I'm really torn about what I should do. I guess I got to stay here. I want to go around, but that truck is slowing down, so I'll just stay here like a good little piggy. Gosh, I hate going slow. Anyway, so I picked up my R8 because I had shipped my R8 to Kansas, and when it was there, I went ahead and had my friend Reed in his shop put on the final touches on the car. So the last bit of carbon fiber, and then the final thing was the tune. And now the car is faster, smoother, and quieter. It's a little quieter, but it's so much better to drive now. I think it went from 525 horsepower to at least 565, got at least 40 more horsepower. So the reason I went down there when I did was because of my sister's wedding. And I wanted to ship my car there sometime. I figured, well, now's a good time. I'll ship my car, I'll have my car there for the weekend, and I'll drive the car home. Because I've always wanted to drive the R8 between Maryland and Kansas for my car, right? That was one of those little goals of mine. So I shipped it there. Had it around for the wedding for a day or two, and I was just busy with the wedding, so I didn't really drive the car that much. And I was like, okay, now I have one day to drive the car around my hometown, which was like a goal of mine. Just drive it around and be like, yes, here I am, I'm home in my car. This is a cool road. Yeah. Drive it around, and then it was the middle of the day, and then as I was shifting and braking, my car would do this. It'd do this. It would be like, no, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but I'd just start to list or leer to one side when I let off the gas. I was like, that feels like a flat tire. I ain't no expert, but I'm gonna guess flat tire. Don't know why, but that's what it feels like. So I pull over, and sure enough, freaking rear tire is flat. I think it was a rear passenger. Yes, rear passenger tire was flat. And I wasn't even mad. I was just like, yeah, my luck. I mean, I'm expecting my car to get in a huge crash on the way home or something, but whatever, because that's just my luck. But whatever. This is inconvenient. I'm supposed to take off tomorrow morning. That's obviously not going to happen now. Whatever, I'll figure it out. So It was 5 p.m. on a Sunday, so all the shops were closed. And I thought, that's all right. I'm gonna be a good piggy and wait for this car. That's all right. I'll just, now I'm gonna be a bad piggy. That's legal. I can do this. All right. Yes. Oh, gosh, that's so cool. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting really distracted. So I was like, it'll be okay. So I managed to get it to the closest tire shop, which was not far away, and I had them keep it in their garage for me, checked it in, and the next morning I called around, and Discount Tire said they could get one in the same day. So I did that. They got one in, went and picked up the tire, took it to the shop, the tire on, the car was okay, and then I resumed my drive, right, because I wanted to drive around town all day. So I had half of that day hung around with my friend, and then I drove the car the rest of Monday. So it worked out really good. I mean, it was a pretty lame situation, but I was like, you know what, it's fine. Took care of it. For a little bit, I didn't know what was going to happen with the car, but I was like, it's fine. Don't know why I got a flat tire. I don't know what happened. It didn't explode or anything. I didn't hit anything that I know of, but whatever, dude. So it was fixed. Like, okay. So Tuesday morning, we're going to start driving home. And I drove it 2 days from Maryland to Kansas. I made this trip 2.5 times before, but I started in Kansas in the morning. I went to Greenfield, Indiana as my halfway stopping point, and then I did the rest of it yesterday. And I'll tell you that trip went very well. And I hit bumps, but I never bottomed out the car, which I totally thought was going to happen. I thought I was going to scratch bricks. Nothing happened. I made it completely fine. Oil level was fine too. I thought I'd like burn up oil, but no, I made it from Kansas to Maryland. The weather was pretty darn good, and man, I gotta tell you, it is nice to have AC, and that car is comfortable. I had such a good drive. It really couldn't have gone any better. Might have some flat tire the day before, but I went home and I had a great drive, and I'm really glad I did it. So now it's done, right? All done. Got my R8 finished. R8 is a finished car now. I don't know if I said that the last touch. Yeah, it's finished as a project now. I'm done modding it. And now I'm back in Maryland. I got a lot of things off my to-do list. Can I pass it without being a bad piggy? Yeah, I can. Woo! I just did 2 big things I wanted to do. I wanted to take a long road trip on the bike, and I wanted to drive my R8 around Kansas and drive it home. I just did both those things in the past 2 weeks. So I got like these kind of they're little goals. They're things I've wanted to do for a long while, and I finally did them, and it felt really good when I pulled up home last night, and I was like, I did it. I did the thing I wanted to do. It's done. Anyway, it felt really good, and now I'm just trying to think about the next thing I can do. And while I'm rambling, it was awesome to see fall trees when I got home. That is a well-mowed yard. That looks delicious. I want to lay down on a pick-a-neck there. Anyway, so the moral of the story is, I am in the process of trying to think up what my next big goal plan thing is going to be. But wow, I actually rambled quite a bit. Let's see if I forgot anything important. If I did, I'll just talk about it next week, because I just wanted to catch up with the past 2 weeks. I feel like this. I feel really hidey-dighty good. All right. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Be good. Bye.